Alright, hello everybody, yes, it's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back doing what I do best and doing what I know, reviewing movies. That's right, we got a nice recent movie review for you, and don't have a heart attack, it's not that new, unfortunately, but I'm catching up on my movies with Ender's Game. This is one of those movies I was really looking forward to, and I'm hoping that my sense of excitement for watching this movie is not why I was disappointed. Okay, this movie was a movie that really held me there I tried it and I hung in there for the longest time because I was really watching it. I've heard of Ender's Game for the longest time. I've seen the book and I've always wanted to read it. So when this movie came out, I bought it, but I haven't even started it. So that just goes to show you what kind of mindset I got going on for me. I'm just going to read it though, I promise you. The reason why I was really looking forward to Ender's Game is just because it's a sci-fi classic, and this is the day and age when sci-fi rules the movie theaters. It takes a lot of money to make these movies, so we better make them good, right? That's what we're looking forward to. The thing with Ender's Game, though, is that ultimately it's hard, first off, to connect with anybody. They're emotionless. You know, they're very easy. Now, don't get me wrong, Ender does a good job of every once in a while letting go of his emotion. He's a torn man. He's the third child. And on the one hand, he's got the compassion of the first child, but on the other hand, deep inside, he's got the anger and rage of their second child. So he's really on this torn route. He wants to be the good guy. He wants to be compassionate, but there's this rage within him. And I think they did a good job of displaying that. Ultimately, though, I do have to say this about Ender's Game. It's an unfinished thought. Everything about Ender's Game seems to be presented, but never fulfilled. It was never demonstrated to the level you expect from movies, and you just never got the oomph out of it. Things are just placed there, and they're given a little bit of coloring, but there's nothing exciting about them. For example, Ender himself, his personality. He's a good guy. He's a thinker, very much a thinker, a strategist. So he's not a brute, but he can be a brute if he needs to be. So I like that about him. The games that they play to prepare these kids for the war are very strategic based. They're very science fiction based, but the games weren't exciting enough for the audience. And personally, I didn't get the rules. You know, I saw these people getting shot, but nothing happening with them. It's like, dude, you're shot now. You know, shouldn't you be doing something, or shouldn't you be falling off dead or something? You know, I see these kids getting shot, but it didn't mean anything. And I'm like, isn't this a war game? Aren't you dead? But nothing came of it, so I didn't really fully understand the rules of the game. I got an impression about it. But watching these weren't as exciting as I wanted them to be. You know, this is supposed to be thrilling. You're in a zero-gravity environment with guns and lasers and dancing around and shooting people. And I got that people wanted to be number one, but actually playing the game and the scoring and everything, it wasn't there like I wanted it to be. That said, the movie keeps switching gears, but at the same time starting over way too often. We start with Ender in his early academy days, and he's getting bullied, but he fights back. And we go on to his next battle preparation day. Ooh, I might be ahead of myself, but he gets to the second level where he's bullied again. Then he gets to the third level where he gets bullied again. But he graduates to the fourth level. There's a lot of intricacies about this movie that make it really good. And like I said, I hung in there. But the ending made it and then destroyed it. You know? First off, the movie, too long. It was 2 hours too long. It was 2 hours and you felt it. But the actual very, very ending just kind of killed it. Just kind of like, oh my God, seriously, you're going in this direction all of a sudden? It's like, it kind of came out of nowhere. It seemed forced. It seemed too hokey, and it just didn't connect. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't want them to end it at the moment where they really could have ended it. You know? I mean, to be honest, if they really ended it there, I would have liked it. But they went in another direction, and it just didn't connect. The whole thing just didn't connect properly at the end. This is one of those movies where the ending kills it. So that's why I got to give it a pass. I can't in good faith give this movie a see it or even a decide. It's too long, it's too redundant, and the ending just kills it. You know, it's a shame. Read the book. If you want to know more about Ender's Game, I would recommend reading the book, even though I haven't read it. Heck, it won all the awards. It's a sci-fi classic. I'm just going to say go book on this one, because books are always better. They have more definition. They give you a little bit more. I bet in the book they completed the thought. And I know that's hard to explain. It's like, gee, what do you mean, Pozzible, by completing the thought? It's like it just never... Ender's Game falls short of greatness, okay? But here's the irony of this movie. I want Ender's Game to do more with less, okay? I want them to maybe cut out one segment, take out 10, 20 minutes of it, so that we don't have to go for so long. And at the same time, give me more of what's around me. But don't give me so much that's like, okay, overkill. But this is based on a book, and I wish I would have done better. I was looking forward to it. I really wanted it to work, but unfortunately, Ender's Game just didn't make it. Sorry, guys. All right, that's it for me today. More movie reviews to come. And regardless, I hope to see you at the theaters.